Hey folks, welcome to this edition of Straight Talk, the #1 YouTube channel for any business owner, aspiring business owner, entrepreneur, wannabe entrepreneur, student, anybody that has this burning desire to love and be successful in this crazy world called business, especially now with the pandemic running around, right? So, told you before, I'll tell you again, my name's Lou Mosca. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of American Management Services here in Orlando, Florida. I've mentioned before that restaurants here in Florida are opening back up to 100% capacity. I really don't agree with that, but it's not up to me, right? It's up to the governor. I'm still very cautious. I'm a restaurant snob, love going to restaurants, but I'm still extraordinarily cautious, and the whole 100% thing makes me a little uncomfortable. Restaurants are no longer required to maintain social distancing of 6 feet, and theoretically, you're supposed to still be wearing a mask, and theoretically, the restaurant's supposed to take your temperature, but I've noticed a whole bunch of places sort of not really doing it. So how can restaurateurs, how can owners, how can restaurants assure their customers that they should feel safe about visiting their establishment? I'll tell you, but first, I'd like you to like and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on all notifications to know precisely when we release additional videos. So let's get started. Mr. Restaurant Owner, just because you can operate your bar, your restaurant, or your facility at 100% occupancy doesn't necessarily mean you should throw caution to the wind. You should encourage crowd forming outside your establishment. And you know, we want to be safe in how many people you let in all the time. So you don't want that. Just because you can operate your restaurant or bar at 100% occupancy does not mean you should encourage, crowds assembling inside or outside your establishment. You know, there's apps out there, there's services out there like Tables Ready. We're not sponsoring any of them, but you should do some research on which waitlist app might accommodate your needs the best. If you've been to any of the theme parks here in beautiful sunny Orlando, Florida, it appears that they seem to be a little lax in sanitizing and cleaning turnstiles and seats and rides quickly. So sanitize every table, every chair, every booth, every piece of glass. Your customers should see you having a cleanly operation all the time. Of course, you should install hand sanitizers everywhere that you can. And if you can put out those little packets, those sanitizing packets, give them to people before their meal, after their meal, and encourage people to stay at their table unless they have to use the restrooms, okay? So you want to maintain a healthy environment. You want to switch over to disposable cutlery if you can. Might be more money. You want to use paper napkins instead of cloth, might be more money. And you want your distributors, your suppliers to help you finance that and cover that cost. But you want to reduce the contact, right? You want to reduce that contact. You want customers to not only feel safe, but be safe in your environment. So let's recap. Make sure you sanitize constantly. Make sure that when people call to make a reservation, let them know point blank, no mask, no service, and we're going to take your temperature. Make sure that's posted on your website. Make sure it's posted in the window of your establishment. Any temperature over 99 degrees, do not let folks in. Listen, restaurateurs, I love you all. I want you to open at 150%, right? But I also want you to be smart, because some people are going to have challenges and they're going to wind up having problems. So it's still a tough road ahead. Pandemic hasn't gone anywhere. That doesn't mean you can't stay safe, because you can. And we're happy to help you anytime. If you want to give me a call, it's free, 800-743-0410. If you want to hear from me, check out my podcast, The Hardball Profits Way. Subscribe where you listen to podcasts. Folks, I love you all. I want great success. I want every owner to be smart and successful. Don't forget, share, like, and subscribe to us right here on YouTube. Is there a method of keeping customers safe at restaurants that I missed? If there is, leave your answer in the comment section below. Look forward to getting back with you.